So PERIPrem is a care bundle of 11 interventions really designed to try and improve the outcomes for babies who are born early, both to help them survive but also to help them thrive, to really try and fulfill the goal of being able to walk, talk and live a really full and happy and healthy life.
So I think the most important thing that we had to do was really give people good quality information about why this project was so important, and I found that the easiest way to do that was actually to go back to breaking it down into its individual elements and interventions, and we then recruited nurse champions for each of those interventions so that they had responsibility over just one intervention in terms of providing education and training for our staff and really building up an interest and enthusiasm about what this project was all about.
It's about making sure that every member of the team feels like their role in improvement is absolutely valued, but also about feeding back the outcomes. So when our babies do really well, as actually many of them are doing now, it's about being able to say, hey, do you remember this baby that you helped do this and this part of the PERIPrem pathway for? Here's how they're doing now. Look, they've just started walking. Or look, now they've just started saying their first words. And knowing that you've made that difference through improving the overall quality of care we deliver is fantastic.
At 28 weeks I was admitted and told that it was very likely that George was going to come early. They thought that they'd be able to get a couple more weeks out of us, however he came 6 days later. So he was born at 28 weeks gestation and weighed £1.9, and it was because my placenta had failed and we were both at risk of losing our lives. So the best thing to do at that point was to then deliver George and save us both.
Within the neonatal unit and within the PERIPrem project, our focus is really to value our parents as partners in their baby's care. They're never visitors, we always value them as parents, and I think giving them some specific things to focus on that they can do, that only they can do, that will help their baby, really helps them to feel like they're involved in their baby's care, feel like they're parents.
So you do feel completely out of control when your baby is in an incubator and you can't just pick them up and cuddle them or feed them. So the PERIPrem passport really helps you gain back control and the feeling that this is your baby and you are in charge of their care, and you do have a say, and you are the mum effectively. And having that PERIPrem passport was just fantastic because you were able to go in almost like a Bible and tick off what you'd done, what was next to do, and when you felt comfortable enough to do it alone, the nurses were still there kind of to help you, and it was just, yeah, I think it's just a fantastic initiative and really helps bonding with mum and baby.
People who have moved around different units within the region, within the South West network, really value the fact that everyone's using the same language, the same terminology, everyone's using the same PERIPrem resources to talk to them about their care journey. And it's really fantastic to see that teams around the country, that even internationally, are reaching out to us to hear about how they might implement similar in their own regions. We can all strive to improve the care that we deliver, and that might just be a small step that you take. First of all, you don't necessarily need to launch a huge project, and make sure you have buy-in from all of your team. They need to know why you want to do this and why it's so important and why they should really focus their efforts to change, and then suddenly things become easier. We were hugely grateful for the support from the Academic Health Sciences Networks in that they funded a small amount of time for our PERIPrem lead nurse and PERIPrem lead midwife. This project wouldn't have been possible without that time and that space to focus on how we improve. Also, you need to find times to be creative, so we did tiny micro teaching sessions, just 5 minutes at handover. It's about really celebrating success when we do improve and making sure that that celebration is shared with every single member of the team, and eventually find ways to embed it and sustain it so that it no longer becomes a quality improvement project or something we aspire to do, but PERIPrem just becomes the way things are done here.